Hey guys, what is going on? I hope you guys are having a great day or evening. As you can see, it's pretty dark outside right now, but as you can tell, we are in the shop because today we're looking at something that doesn't go on the truck, but you gotta have to work on one, really. And that's behind me right here. As you can see, we're gonna take a look at, some of you guys are probably gonna recognize this right here, the Daytona jack from Harbor Freight. So what you're gonna notice is I've actually got two jacks here. It's kind of a funny story. Whenever I'm going to do a separate video about this one too, so in case you guys want to see the Pittsburgh, we're going to take a look at that guy too. I'll be honest, I've had this Pittsburgh for probably 2 months now, and I have not even opened the box yet. I'm way behind on things, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, I have opened the Daytona. I've had it probably about a month now, and as you can see, it's sitting right over there. And I've been using it and I love the thing. So what I wanted to do is kind of do a little review for you guys so you can see what the Daytona looks like, what you can expect from one in case you're looking at getting one. So this guy here is the DS300 LP series. It is very heavy. It is very heavy. It is knocking on the door of 90 or 100 pounds here. This guy normally sells for $140 at Harbor Freight. However, you can find coupons all the time and pick it up for $120, whereas this guy right here, I want to say he's either $110 or $120, and you can get a coupon for it for $100. So this guy is about 20 more bucks. And just the real quick about it, because that was one thing I found. A lot of guys were comparing the Daytona versus the Pittsburgh. Which one should you get? For 20 more bucks, I'm going to show you what you get, and I'll just say it straightforward and easy right here. If all you do is very minimal on your vehicle, I'm talking maybe rotate tires once a year or something. You're not really into automotive. That's not really your thing. You're just needing one because you want to do your own little bit of work. Go ahead and get this guy. If you're somebody who enjoys doing automotive work, you see yourself using it a lot, go ahead and spend the extra 20 bucks. And I'll kind of show you once again some of the reasons as to why. So first things first, the jack comes in a variety of different colors. I ended up getting the orange. I guess you could say I'm on an orange kick. Some of the stuff that we've got under the hood of the Duramax is burnt orange. Husqvarna over there, it's orange. I don't know, just something about it. But they had a black, a green, a blue, and an orange. I just happen to like the orange, so they're all the same price. You can get whatever color you want. Now there is one reason that I got the low profile over the standard one, and it's kind of twofold really. It's a little bit more expensive for this guy, but believe it or not, the low profile actually jacks up higher than the regular jack. You can see this guy here has a 20-inch maximum lift, and it goes all the way down whenever it's at its lowest part here to 3 1/4. So not only can I get off under low profile cars, I can also jack up my, big diesel and everything like that, even higher to crawl under it much easier. So let me show you guys too, before we even get to the jack, kind of my reasoning behind it. You heard me mention just a second ago, I have that Duramax that's sitting out there, and we're going to pull that guy in here for you guys that enjoy the channel for the Duramax. So don't worry, we're going to do you a cold start, and we're going to wheel that dude in here so you can at least see it, and we'll use the jack on it. But I have been rocking this little trolley jack for probably the past 5 or 6 years. I bought this whenever I moved out of my folks' place. This is just always what I've used. It's a 2-ton trolley jack, and you can see it's small and it's light. I bet this guy is maybe 20, 25 pounds. And this is a Walmart special, a little Touring here. Well, after doing some work on my diesel pickup, I think I've blown out a seal on this guy because he won't jack that truck up anymore. And this wheel here, this jack has failed me, unfortunately. It's lived a good life, but it's not meant to lift heavy things. But that's what made me decide to go and get this guy. So first thing you're going to notice is there's a big difference here. A little trolley jack like this guy here, 25 pounds. That dude's 90 pounds. You're going to want, honestly, a shop floor or something to roll it around like I've got here, because this guy is heavy and difficult to move around. But I will say this, one nice thing is that the weight is all in the back. So whenever I'm saying that, a nice thing about it, is that whenever you're like wheeling it under your vehicle and you're trying to get it positioned on the frame, wherever you're gonna jack up on it, you can literally take the front end. I'm not a very big guy at all, but I can take the front end and I can scoot it around wherever I need it. It does have rapid pump on it, which I'm guessing means that it pumps up quicker than a normal jack. I don't really have anything else to compare it to, but I will say it is very easy to jack up. It does seem pretty darn quick. It has dual pistons down here, you can see, so that's definitely a good thing. That's a nice quality about this thing. It has a grease zerk here, and it's steel. I like that it's steel. I feel safer. I mean, I still use jack stands whenever I'm working on a vehicle, but steel is just the way to go, especially whenever you're working on big, heavy pickups. It's got a nice little grip here, if you will. It's just kind of like a nice foam, but you can see it also has a little divot here, so you can push this in. It's spring loaded and take out the top part of the handle. But whenever you're standing up, it hits me about at my chest. So I would say it's probably about 4 foot tall like this. But it makes it really nice because I can wheel this guy around just by holding it. And unlike that trolley jack, I don't have to get way down here to pump this dude up. I can stand all the way back here at this handle, and it makes it so easy to pump things up because obviously the longer bar that you have, if you guys have ever used a breaker bar, more leverage just makes things easier to do. But here, I got to tighten it up. So to tighten it, you just turn it to the right. There we go. And then I'll pump it up real quick for you guys a little bit. As you can see, this jack moves pretty quick with just a few pumps. I mean, we're already up in the air here. So one thing the Daytona has over the Pittsburgh that's over there is it does have a 360 swivel on the top here, so you can kind of mate it up wherever you need it under your car with the little gaps. It also has a little pad, and you can take this guy out, and I assume you can get a replacement or put another one in there or something. But it's got a little rubber pad in there, so I do kind of like that. I don't know why. I mean, jacking up on the frame of a pickup that scrapes on everything, it's not going to make a huge difference, but it is a nice little thing in there to have, is that little rubber support. So not only does the jack saddle up here swivel 360, the back wheels, also the casters here, they swivel 360. These front ones stay stationary, but these guys back here will swivel. And what's nice about that is that whenever you go to roll this guy, I can literally roll it wherever I want to. And with all the weight being in the back, and that's where you're pulling it around at, it makes it really easy to navigate around the shop. Hopefully you guys can hear me over that. This guy was already loaded with hydraulic fluid whenever I got it, so I didn't need to buy anything like that. Oh yeah, and then if you wanted to lower it, you just twist the handle to the left. You can see it'll drop it down right there. But my understanding that with the rapid pump technology, that's why you have the dual pistons back here, helps to pump it up quicker, and I'm sure it is something that makes it safer. So as you can tell, I have already used the jack quite a bit. The wheels are dirty. Looks like there's a little granddaddy on there, and you can see that I've used this. I've used it several times on the 4Runner. Heck, I've used it on my diesel, and I've used it on my half-ton out there. Heck, my half-ton, I can literally, and I bet I could do it the same with the diesel. With this being a 3-ton jack, I can jack the entire front end up in the air and jack the back end up too, put my jack stands under, and I can do a tire rotation. Whereas with that little guy over there, I was having to hit all 4 corners and move the jack all 4 corners. So this is a much better method here. And we're gonna, just as a test here and for some fun, we're gonna roll the Duramax in here. We're gonna see if we can get the whole front end off the ground with this jack right here, which is probably going to be, it's an LB7, so it's probably gonna be about 4,000 pounds up front. So we're just gonna see if it can handle it for fun. So as promised, for you guys that come here for the truck and not for the tools or anything like that, let's wheel the Duramax in here, get you guys a cold start. You can see it rolling here, and then we'll jack that puppy up. boy, doesn't the front end of that truck look good at night. Big thanks to the folks over at Diode Dynamics for sending us the LED headlights, fog lights, and also a big thanks to Boost Auto too. Just wanted to shout them out in this video. They sent us the auto fog light mod, which basically anytime that I turn the key on this guy, the fog lights automatically come on now, which for you Chevy guys, you know every time you got to hop in there and pop that button, but just wanted to shout them out real quick. Anyways, let's see about getting this truck up in the air, huh? Now that we're close there, like I was saying a minute ago, I can grab the front of this and kind of guide it where I need to with just one hand there. And we're about on the money here. So we are touching. We'll start lifting this guy. All right, I can tell I'm gonna run out of steam being under here, so I'm gonna hop out from under the truck and start jacking. All right, let's see how far we can get without breaking anything. Oh man, I kind of set myself up for failure to begin with. What I should really do, guys, is take this skid plate off and jack from the middle. But you can see I've got this guy jacked up from this side here. It's supporting the weight, no problem whatsoever. Yeah, this tire is still on the ground, but you can see this guy over here is way up in the air. I mean, we've got plenty of room to do whatever we need under this truck. And keep in mind, you know, these trucks sit pretty tall from the factory, and this guy has a 3-inch lift on it. So it's this jack is serving me very well here. I'm very confident that if I did take that skid plate off, jack it from the middle, we could get both sides in the air very easily. Oh yeah, you can see from right there how far we've got that truck up in the air. And the front end of this truck's probably about 4,000 pounds, which that's 2 tons. This guy's 3 tons. So I'm very confident this jack will do the trick here. And then if we want to release it, like I said, you just turn this guy to the left here. I'm gonna try to do it slow since I've got this dude way up in the air. You can see, let her down nice and easy. Perfect. Well, I know that you guys came for a show, so I'm gonna try to give one here. The back end is definitely lighter on these trucks. I mean, obviously the big diesel engine in the front end is what causes that, but the back end's probably about 3,000 pounds. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack it up. Oh yeah, no sweat. You can see off the ground, and we still have plenty of travel in that jack. Yeah, I've got it on the back there. All right, guys, I think that's gonna about do it for this video. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have any more questions about this guy here. I will say, I think for the coupon, heck, even at its original price of $145, not even the $120, I think this is a heck of a buy on this. I have been really, really impressed with some of the quality of some of the things that Harbor Freight's been putting out here lately. I know in the past they've kind of had a reputation of, at least in my eyes, of, you know, selling some, almost just going to say cheaper tools, kind of disposable. But this is something that I really feel like is going to be a quality, solid, reliable tool that I can depend on for years to come in this shop. I mean, if I got 6 years out of this little trolley jack, I ought to be able to get a heck of a lot of time out of this guy here. And this guy here is 5 times the jack that this is, at least. So I really feel good that you're getting your money's worth. In fact, I would be very surprised if Harbor Freight wasn't selling these close to cost, because I just don't know how they could manufacture them for a whole lot less than what they're selling them for. So this is truly, guys, a quality piece right here. You might even start calling me a Harbor Freight fanboy. You know, I'm really liking some of the stuff they've got here, like the Daytona jacks. Some of their icon tools are pretty cool. Heck, we did the review of the Braun lights that we've got up here. These have been holding up really well. I've been very happy with them. So far, honestly, everything that I've been buying from Harbor Freight here lately, I've been really liking. Guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I definitely hope you enjoyed it. I know it's not the typical stuff that we do with trucks, but I do promise, guys, I have some very cool things coming up for the Duramax here. We have some things that I still need to take a look at on the high country, so I hope you guys don't feel that things are getting stagnant or anything like that, because we've been doing a lot of painting on the Duramax here. But I'll tell you, today I have ordered a performance part for it that we're going to be putting under the hood. With that being said, I want to thank the fine folks over at Dan's Diesel for hooking me up with the performance upgrade that we're going to be doing under the hood. Very excited to do an install and a review on that for you guys. So that's just a little taste of what's to come. And I really have been. I've been spending a while, past few days, not shooting video necessarily, but just kind of planning the direction of this build and what we need to be doing, because I really have been kind of slowing down on it, doing some more of the cosmetic sort of things and whatnot. And I'm ready to get back into other things too. So it's going to take time, because obviously it costs money to build these sort of things out. And while I make money from YouTube, I try to save some of it and not spend it all. So I hope you guys can appreciate and understand that, but we're definitely going to be doing more videos in the future. So if you did stop in here for the tool, for the jack itself, oops, not my boy's car, but the jack right there, and you happen to like trucks, definitely subscribe, because we've been doing lots of fun things here with the Duramax, as well as the 2014 High Country that you can't see right now because it's too dark. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys checking out this video. And like I said, if you got any questions about them, leave it down in the comments. And whenever you go to Harbor Freight this weekend, let me know. Are you picking up the Daytona, or are you going to pick up the Pittsburgh? Stay tuned. We'll do a review on that one too. All right, guys, until the next video, take care.